Nothing we buy around here is new, so.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, hey guys, welcome back. And today, well, right now, I'm about to do probably one of the dumbest things I've decided to do in a while, which is drive this fairly untested Edsel 25 minutes to the exhaust shop. My buddy that helps me out all the time can't do it with the trailer tonight, and so I got the temperature gauge installed, and you know, it keeps temperature. It's got brakes. Let's just get it over there, right? We can do this. Roll the windows down. I got one left to roll down. Try to keep the carbon monoxide poisoning to a minimum. In worst case, we have Haggerty, so they'll come pick us up. We'll be good to go. I just got to confirm with my buddy that he can bring me back home, and or I can get an Uber or Lyft home. We're going to take this thing over there. Should be interesting. So let's go ahead and get a quick little exhaust clip on this thing. It's open manifold, so it's loud. All right, and I'm setting this camera up here, but remember, it's open manifold, so the exhaust is coming from way up there. So when we do this later, and I have the camera further back for a comparison, it's hard to compare. You'll see. Taking it just acted really funny and died on me. We're just gonna try to clear it out a little bit and see if that fixes it. I don't know why I was doing that. It's very strange. All right, so I turned the idle up on the car like that much. Let's do a quick drive around the block or two, see how it does, then we'll hit the main roads. Well, here we are, going through town. I got no rear view mirrors. I can't see nothing behind me. We'll get there. Here's the speedway we broke down at, if you remember that video. Coming up to like some first bit of actual lights here that we're gonna stop at, so hopefully everything goes well. I just checked the GPS and we're doing about 50 miles an hour. Man, when was the last time you think this car did 50 miles an hour? Hey guys, back on the Edsel today. I picked it up from the exhaust shop, did a nice little cold start here real quick, and I had some issues. But let's go ahead and I'll show you the cold start first. All right, so that is a glass pack single exit on the driver's side with, I believe it's 2-inch pipe going down into 2 1/4 the rest of the way out. Just a good little exhaust in my opinion. That bird is incredibly loud, but just a good little exhaust, nothing crazy. When you get on it, it gets loud, but when you're just cruising around town, you don't have to scream inside the car at the person next to you, which is super cool. I dig it. But the problem that I had the other day was I went to get gas in it and I was watching and I stopped pumping gas, and all of a sudden there's gas all over the ground. And on top of that, the car would not restart. When the car gets really warm and not like hot, when it heats up, it has really hard, hot start. Not like it's cranking and you gotta pump the gas a bunch of times and hold it to the floor. Nothing like that. It cranks like it has a dead battery. And then when you wait 15 minutes, 10 minutes and go to crank it, it fires right up just like you saw in the video. So I think that's timing. What I did was I got a new gasket installed on the sending unit. I think that's the problem we were having with the fuel tank where it was leaking. I got a replacement. It fits okay. I'm not super confident it's gonna hold. So we're gonna put a few more gallons in it, see if they end up on the floor or not. And I got a different Felpro gasket that's like cork and bigger in case that one doesn't hold. I did all that last night. It was super late. You know, let's go cruise a little bit and see if we can get gas in this thing without it ending up on the floor. It sounds good. The car needs cleaned really badly. We'll do that eventually. I just made it down the street a little bit. You can still see the Lincoln up there. And you can see it is pouring out gas still. So we're gonna turn around and go get that filled up, or get that fixed up with the other gasket, hopefully. Turns out we didn't need to put any more gas in it to see if it was leaking. Just park on a hill that's, you know, downward a little bit. So this is a Felpro gasket. Yeah, 773. Looks like it goes on a bunch of different things, which makes sense. It's just a fuel gauge gasket thing. Let's go ahead and get this installed. You know, just a little bit of just a screwdriver to knock it off. We'll reinstall it and see if it gets any better. As you can see, we're still working on the Edsel. Tried fixing it the other night. That Felpro gasket did not work. It still leaked a whole bunch. So I went to the hardware store and I got a bunch of these. These are just regular O-rings. It's not that square type. I'm still going to use the grease and grease them up a little bit and try to get it on there. But we'll see how this works, I guess. Also, new camera. This is a GoPro, so this is going to be a test. I'm going to go in and put this in as soon as we're done and make sure that this is filming the right way and the audio's good, all that sort of fun stuff. But yeah, so half new camera, half new camera. By new camera, I mean like 2019 here, guys. Nothing we buy around here is new, so.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. So we're gonna try to go ahead and see if we can get these installed. I had the hardware guy at the supply store. I said I need an O-ring about this size, and I gave him the original O-ring. And I said just give me like that size and the 5 below it. And this is what we got back. So let's go ahead and see how this turns out.
Oh God!
Show Olivia. She's riding down the hill. Yeah, again, I don't know if it shows on video how steep this driveway is, but sending Olivia down it on the scooter would not be good. It's still recording. It's not showing the thing anymore. How do you get the screen to come back? But we're underneath here. We got the grease and the screwdriver, all the O-rings, and a pair of pliers to pinch off this fuel line because it makes a flippin' mess. Is this all dry? Yeah. Yeah, I made a big mess out here yesterday. Got all over me. There's the lock ring. Maybe that does fit in there pretty tight. My buddy was asking me about this last night. He's done a couple more than I have, so I gave him a ring to see what he thought. We don't know what the issue is here. Besides, maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. Which shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. No comments from the peanut gallery out there. It's not big enough to go all the way around, but it's too big to go in there.
Stinks over here.
It's not my favorite. Raw gasoline.
Did you say raw gasoline? Is that a thing?
Well, I mean, it's unburnt, right?
Yeah, but I don't think anyone calls it raw gasoline.
I don't think you do. Internet, what do you think? Do you call it raw gasoline?
No.
I think you do. I think Jeanette's just a liar. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
I mean, I guess I'm not in the car world.
Even that, it doesn't feel like it's seating in there. Oh, that might be good. See, it moves too much. And if I go any further, it goes out the other way. What sucks is we don't know if this works until I back it up, put gas in it. You know what I mean? Even just like the way this gas line hooks up, man. This whole thing just feels goofy. Like, nothing feels right. I need to figure out how to work this thing. Can I just click the power button? Oh, now it comes back on. But yeah, we got fuel line. So let's go ahead and get the heat gun out, heat this up, and see if we can get it going on the end there.
We're not down there.
Alright, well, I think I got the new one on. I burnt myself in the process.
This is a bad angle.
Yeah. When you look like this, they're all bad angles.
My God, quality content here, folks.
Not sponsored yet. There.
Kroll.
There.
How many videos has this been in now?
This is number 2, I think. Can you hand it to Dad? Oh, thank you.
You're a good helper.
I'm
Don't
there.
touch that. That's hot. Don't touch that either. That'll make the car fall on top of Daddy.
Yeah, don't do that.
We like Daddy the way he is.
Yeah.
Curves and all.
I'm not very safe right now. I don't have an actual jack stand under
We
it.
could probably write a, what's that book? We could write a sequel. Instead of Flat Steam, you could be Flat Daddy. We kept him around as an area rug.
There we go. That feels really good. It's actually really sturdy in there. It's not moving at all. I'm going to make a service loop in this. Oh, that wasn't nearly as big of a mess as I thought it was going to. Got a piece of rust in my mouth. That was actually super smooth. Gonna roll out from under here. Alright, We're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up so we can back the car out. I think I got it. I'm feeling good about this one. This is the first time I've actually felt good about installing this gasket. Let's go ahead and see how it does. We're gonna back the car up just enough up the driveway so that it's angled down, which is so the gas goes to the front of the tank. And we got about 5 more gallons here of gas, so we'll take that, pour it in there while it's angled down, and we'll use the scope at the same time to see if it goes up over the whole circle. And if it goes up over the whole circle, then I think we're probably good. Fingers crossed here, guys. This is big. I didn't think this would be holding us up to actually drive in this car, but I guess we've seen crazier things happen. Olivia, you gonna help Dad clean up?
No.
No, you're not gonna help Dad clean up? Oh, it looks like Mama already did.
Oh.
See, there goes the scooter by itself. For the people at home, we should take the scooter and just let it go up there and see how fast it comes down the hill.
Just tie a baby doll to it or something.
Yeah, put a baby doll on it.
1,200 subscribers.
1,200 subscribers will sacrifice a baby doll on a scooter down the hill.
Ready? Whoa. Whoa.
Will you sit down here and watch it for me? Let me know if it leaks. Right about here. I guess the real thing.
Oh no, it's leaking.
It's leaking over here. Help me understand.
It's gotta be dripping.
We're gonna set you guys down for a second. Look at this.
What's going on?
So unfortunately it's still leaking the tiniest bit. It's just dripping now. It's not gushing out.
From the same spot?
Yeah, unfortunately. It sucks.
Good job, Liv. What's the plan?
Yeah, screwdriver. I'm probably gonna make a terrible mistake.
Liv, can I see that?
No.
Daddy needs it for a second. You use the hammer?
This is just confirmation that for the Meteor, I'm getting a flippin' fuel cell and putting it in the trunk. I'm not dealing with this nonsense again. This sucks. And I understand that it is 100% probably user error. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know that. You don't need to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. But if you have a solution, let me know. Okay, well, I think that made it worse.
Olivia. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Alright, well, after getting a lot of gas all over me, the side of my face is kind of burning a little bit, so that's exciting. We're going to use the bore scope here, right about there, to try and see what inside this gas tank looks like. It wasn't leaking till the very top. I guess we'll see if it is all the way at the top or if it's the bottom. It's draining out the bottom because that's how gravity works, but like, I don't want to give up yet, but what else do you do? It's like halfway up or better. It looks like it's even almost 3/4 of the way up because that's just the top sliver. So I don't know exactly what the issue is, but man, this is frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. It's like we're so close to getting out and putting some miles on this car, but it's fighting us. We'll get it squared up. It's just gonna take a little bit of time to figure out what the exact problem is. You can see behind us, there they are swinging. I'm gonna get underneath this a little bit more, play with it just a little bit more, just to see if I can get it to stop, or I don't know, but it's not looking good right now. I think I have an idea what I want to do. I think if I take those tabs, because there's like those 3 little tabs, and if I took those and just bent them in like the tiniest bit and got more pressure on it, maybe that would keep it from leaking. Hopefully my buddy is at church tonight. We can talk about it then. We talked on the phone the other night, and he said that he's never had issues with this stuff before, so yay. That means it's a me problem, I guess, or these cheap parts. I don't know, but like I said, we're not doing this again in the Meteor. We're gonna put a fuel cell in the gas tank, and we're gonna call it a day. It's gonna be installed in no time, and we're gonna be cruising with fresh gas and a fresh system. Not gonna be fighting it like this. This is just a huge pain. Messed it a little bit more. Same thing. Just not getting what we want to see. Took it off, put it back on. Do I need to use Vaseline instead of just gear grease, We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up a little bit more tonight, see what's going on. Maybe I'll see if I can figure out where that O-ring is supposed to go. Looks like there's 2 spots for it to fit in. Does it fit in the inner one or the outer one? Because if it fits in the inner one, that's where we're at. It should be good, I would think. The next step, I think, is going to be just get a new lock and O-ring set, because it's giving me a hard time and it sucks. You know, a little frustrated with this one. Like I said, definitely just gonna get a, you know, cheapo fuel tank, put it in the trunk of the Meteor, be done, forget about it, and go enjoy the car, because this is driving me crazy. But I'm too much money into this tank to just abandon it now. So we're gonna get this thing to work, even if it frustrates the heck out of me. We're gonna go ahead and pull the Edsel in just a little bit, get it up in the air so the fuel goes to the back of the tank and not the front of the tank. And I got some stuff over here that is what I read on the internet, supposed to help with our issue. So let's go ahead and get this car up in the air just a little bit. We'll get underneath it, get some lights under there. We'll see what it says about cure time and all that stuff. But I'm hoping that in about 12 hours, you know, 15 hours or so, lunchtime tomorrow, we can kind of back this thing up and see if it leaks, run to the gas station, throw some gas in it, see how it goes, and maybe we can hit up a car show this Friday night. Just a little local one here in town. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. If this doesn't work, I really don't know what the next step is. I'll probably have to call in some reinforcements to some buddies and see if, you know, it's just a me problem or if it's a car problem and what we can do about that. Got stuff all over me now. Yeah, we'll go from there. I hate these ramps inside here. They just slide. Look, you can see right here, that black mark. That's where they just slid. But real quick, let's show you the Permatex that I got. This is what I saw on the internet. Gasket dressing and sealant. Fuel resistance. There's the part number, 85420. So we're gonna go ahead and take this thing off. Clean off this the best we can, because this is probably what we're gonna seal the most. Oh, I've lost my filter sock. Ooh, that dripped right down my neck. Ooh, did not like that. Alright, that was exciting. We're gonna reuse this O-ring, the one that I got here. This is the best size, and now you can see it just fits right in there. Alright, now let's go get that stuff and see what it says. It says to apply a thin bead. I don't know what color I expected it to be, but I gotta say, dark cobalt blue was not it. I don't know, mix it up, knead it up a little bit. Who knows how long it's been sitting there, right? Maybe we put a practice bead on the cardboard here. Get the first bit of stuff out. Danger, extremely flammable. Cool, so is the gasoline we're putting it by. Thin bead, here we go. Thin bead, who's to say? Place our O-ring in there. You can see how nicely it fits right in that little divot there. Now I'm going to put a little bit more on the back side of this flange here and get it installed. You guys can watch me struggle at that. Alright, let's get this bad boy in there. Okay. Well, what is going on here? Why won't this side seat? Alright, there we go. Finally. Now that I've ruined all the gasket maker. Alright, well, it's in there tight. But look, there's the O-ring right there popping out. It's gonna leak right there. There's no way it's not gonna leak right there. It's like a hair too big to sit in there. Down here at the bottom, it keeps wanting to bulge out. Man, this stuff is a mess and a half too. Or is it supposed to go in the big lip on the outside? And that's my problem. Let's try to do both. How's that sound? Let's get crazy. Alright, that feels good. I'm a little bit more confident in this installation. We're gonna go in for the night. I don't know, maybe we'll do a headlight on the passenger side just so we have both headlights. Give that a test real quick. That shouldn't take too long, but it's like a little late. It's not crazy late. I'm just glad I didn't get gas over myself this time. I'm tired of smelling like gasoline, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and replace the headlight, I guess. All right, now we got this right up here in our face, or in our teeth, as some would say. Let's go ahead and take this piece off and get this headlight taken care of. Well, that one's already missing. All right. Loosen all these up. These are some pretty rusty bolts. there's screws, so you know, kind of work them back and forth a little bit. Don't just try to crank them out. If we really had problems, I'd get some heat, but we seem to be all right. We definitely might have bought the cheapest headlights you could buy on Rock Auto, so let's leave judgment to a minimum here, okay? Remember, we're on a budget. If we don't like them, we can upgrade them later, but we just need them to work for now. I say that, but I don't know if they're gonna fit. There we go. Okay, we're good. The dirt and junk that just falls out is always a little bit impressive. All right, let's go see what we got headlight wise. All right, I can already see that one's on. Oh, we got brights. I guess that's brights, right? This one looks like she's pointed down a little bit. So let's flip it over. All right, nothing. Even though we've got a brand, man, I can already feel the heat off that. Even though we've got a brand new switch in there, I think the switch might be bad because we don't have low beams. We only have high beams, which is strange. I'm gonna keep changing out these light bulbs, just get them all changed out, all nice and new, all fresh with these, you know, $8 wonderful pieces. But we know this side works. We know that side works. It probably just needs a new high beam over there, and we'll be good to go. We got the lights installed, all 4 of them, looking pretty good. They do look really good, but I have a feeling that that switch is bad because I only have high beams, no low beams, and this one doesn't want to turn on no matter what. So I don't know what's going on. It's strange. There's still work to be done, but we have new lights in there. We know those aren't the problem, so that's good enough for me for now. And if we were out driving somewhere, we could turn on our headlights. We do have tail lights, we have brake lights, so we're good to go. I got that gasket stuff setting up overnight. We're gonna let it set all through the night, probably till tomorrow afternoon after work. I gotta say, the new headlights, they do look good. Just nice and shiny in there. I can't wait to clean up the front of this car. Like I said, you guys can see right here where I did attempt before to clean up, you know, about 2.5 years ago, however long it was. So those should clean up at least halfway decent. That was just by hand. If we get a polisher on here, it'll really clean this thing up. I really should just get new bumpers because we're pushed in down here. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but we're pushed in. I doubt the turn signal would actually sit in there pretty, you know, halfway decent. But that's a project for a different day. You know, we're still working on making sure we don't leak gas everywhere. So let's focus on that, get that squared up. Hey guys, we're back out here again. It's the next night. I didn't record it, but unfortunately the gas tank still leaks in this car. Even with all that blue goo we put on there, I've decided to just pull the tank out. We're not going with a new tank because, like I said, we're money into this tank, unfortunately. But we're gonna get the gas can over here. We're gonna drain the tank, probably make a heck of a mess, get the fuel sender out, clean it up, you know, make sure everything's totally good because we have 2 different fuel senders. They're 2 different brands from 2 different suppliers. They're on their way. They'll be here Tuesday, and it's like Friday night. So I guess it'll give us time to plant the rest of our plants we got over there this weekend. There's also an antique festival, so we'll probably hit that up. Yeah, I'm fed up with the gas tank stuff. I'm so ready to drive this car. If the gas tank was good, I would take it to the Liberty Antique Festival tomorrow, which is 40 minutes away, but it's not. So here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw you guys on time lapse so I can listen to some music while I get this done with our new fancy GoPro. Forgot about the vent tube when I pulled that. Forgot about whatever. It was a mess. We got it. Here it is. Here is the mess that I made in it the other night. You guys can let me know if I'm an idiot or not. That's that blue goo right there. Supposed to be fuel resistant and you know, leak proof, whatever. It didn't work for our situation. Doesn't mean it's not good. Like I said, we got 2 more new ones coming this way. We'll see which one gets here first, which one works, which one doesn't work. Maybe they both work. I don't know. But we're going to take this apart and kind of inspect it out of the car and just clean it up because it needs to be cleaned. Lefty loosey. And you can see that I had 2 gaskets on there because they fit in different places. So I thought that maybe if I put both of them on there, we'd have a shot at this working. And well, see, I was wrong. So I wonder how much fuel's left in there. There is more in there than I thought there would be. There's also quite a bit of junk in this thing, being brand new. Probably for me taking this in and out 100 times. So we need to make sure that we get a good fuel filter on the car. It's not, we don't have one on there right now. Yeah, we're just gonna clean all this junk up. I wonder if brake clean will take it off. The answer is not really. When I was using this last night, I literally said to myself, man, I really hope this doesn't make a mess when it doesn't work. Well, and here we are. Brake clean takes it off. It just takes a little bit. All right, now I'll clean this off. We'll do that off camera. Don't need to waste battery or anything for no reason. Just cleaning it off. All right, guys, here we are. Many minutes later. It is like, I don't know, 11:30. I came out here at 8. I dropped the tank and I started cleaning it up off camera. I just started messing with all the O-rings that I have, all the stuff that I have, and nothing was working. I tried the grease trick, I tried without the grease, like some people say, and obviously I was cleaning it up every time. There's paper towels and a tore up thing all over out here. So I was doing it as best as I could, right? I finally go, all right, there's one O-ring that I didn't try before, or I tried before without any sealant or anything on it. So what I did is I went in there and I used that one with some sealant. And I, you know, played a nice little bead as best as I could. I placed it on there, let it set for a minute and tack up. And then I went and put on the inside, the outside of the flange, let it set and tack up, put it on there, put the lock ring on there, made sure everything stayed nice and perfect. And then I actually got the heat gun out on low and just kind of let it cure for a little bit. Like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I was kind of waving it around just so the metal was warm to the touch because it's a little chilly out. And you can see that there's not one drop of gas down here. And that whole circle is covered with gas. You know, I put gas back in it. So let's see if I can use this and get you guys a little view so you can see what I'm talking about. You guys see that? There we go. And you can see there's actually an O-ring in there that I lost in there. You can see that? There's the O-ring in the corner right there. And there's the float. And this is where it gets tough. So can we spin it around? Oh, there we go. Right there you can see that the gas line is right here and over here. So that circle is totally covered in gasoline, which means that it is not leaking, and it will not leak from any corner. You know, there's no corners in a circle, I guess. That is so exciting. So let's go ahead and get this tank thrown up in the car. I'm too excited to stop now. So let's go ahead and keep working on this thing. You know, it's 11. I'm gonna be up at, you know, I don't know, 6:45 so we can go antiquing. I still got to shower and clean up, but we're gonna keep working because I want to get this thing done. I want to get cruising, and you know, we need to have a video out for you guys. So stay tuned. So I remember this kind of sucking to install last time, and it had no gas in it. Now there's gas in it. I'm guessing it probably won't be any more fun to do. Wow. Well, that doesn't weigh nothing. Holy crap. Alright, let's multitask here. This gas tank is smashing my face right now. Oh, dang it. Ugh. I don't know why I think this is going to go any better, but maybe it will. What I should probably do is just drain some fuel out of the tank, but I don't want to do that. I don't know why. It would probably make this a ton easier, but you know, here we are. I guess we'll get after it. Is this what you guys want to see? Is this the content you go to find on YouTube? Some idiot struggling by himself to get a gas tank in a car? Dang it, this thing's heavy. I should work out, because this thing's whooping me. I'm gonna feel this crap tomorrow. Oh, there we go. It shifted. Holy cow. Oh. Well, it's in the car, kind of. Is it leaking? That was a workout I was not intending to get tonight. Ow. Just sliced my finger on the gas tank. Bless, that hurt. There we go, still dry. Now, I'm betting that it's not hitting it right now, so it would be dry no matter what. Well, we're gonna pretend that it's dry because it's still working as expected. That was a half-hour video clip it took to get that thing installed. So in lack of better judgment, I'm gonna put gas in the rest of this and we'll see what happens. I'll let you know here in a second. We're gonna go try and get gas in this thing. It's still not leaking. I have it parked on the hill, just like we did before, all those other times. And it is dry underneath there. There's not a spot. So we're really gonna call that a win. And we're gonna go see if we can get gas in this thing. Like I said, way too late, reckless, maybe. But too excited to wait till tomorrow. So let's go see if we can find an open gas station and get this thing done. All right, here we are. The good old 7-Eleven. We can see it is dry. That is awesome. That is exactly what I was hoping was gonna happen. I think it would be overflowing by now if it was a problem. But I think we got it squared up, guys. That's such a big deal. I've been worried about this for more than a couple days now, and it's just nice to know that it's actually squared up. So we'll go ahead and get this thing filled up. We'll go from there. Man, this thing is fun to drive. But let's see if it does the hard start. See, there it goes. It's just like a weird slow crank. Like I said, it doesn't do it all the time. Tomorrow morning when we check and make sure that it's still not leaking, because you know that is of utmost importance, then we will check and see, and I'll show you that like it's not a dead battery. I'm not going to plug it in, nothing like that, and it'll come out and it'll crank immediately, just right now. All right, it is way later in the day than I thought. We went out, we had a full day of antiquing and meeting some family at a like science center. We had a good day. It is like 6:30 in the evening, and I might have peaked this morning, but let me go ahead and show you guys. She is totally dry. Not a drop underneath the car. That is so freaking cool, because that means we can really start driving this thing. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually gonna pressure wash it. I'd say I'm washing it, but we'll use that term lightly or loosely. We have a mulberry tree, and the birds and squirrels absolutely love it. So for the next month, any filming I do, there's gonna be a lot of birds. But they just destroy the cars. Absolutely demolish them. I just saw a mulberry roll off the hood of Jeanette's car right now. But we're gonna go ahead and throw some soap on this car and really pressure wash it for the first time since I pressure washed it, I don't know, 2 years ago. It's been a while, that's what I'm trying to say. I might have hit it once between then, and I washed the glass every once in a while, but this is like the first real pressure wash again in a long time. So let's go ahead and get it set up, get this thing cleaned up. All right, we got her squared up. Not too bad looking. You know, obviously, with the sheen from being wet, it looks cool. I mean, you can't be mad at that. I need to get the trim clips and get that trim on. Look at that. Love it. Absolutely love it. Is it perfect? No, far from it. But it looks cool. I think I might go ahead and try to touch up the front bumper a little bit, because it's looking rough. You can see where I touched it up a little bit a couple years ago. You know, maybe you can tell where I touched it up. It's not too obvious. so maybe I'll hit it with some of this polish here. I might even have to pull out the compound to get some of this junk out of here, and just that little DA, and see what we can get real quick. Just clean it up just a hair. I mean, or should I save that for another video? I don't know. We'll see. I'm still debating if we lower this thing. I got some parts to do it, you know. The thing is, she's already like pretty low. But maybe we'll start out with the blocks in the back just initially, and we'll see how it looks. I'm guessing we'll probably still need to lower the front, because, I mean, come on. Obviously, we gotta lower the front. Just a cool little cruiser. And I got the hood trim pieces too, so we'll get those installed once I get clips. I had a buddy tell me that there's something like 145 clips on this car. So that's a lot of clips to keep track of and order, and different clips are different pieces. So we're gonna go ahead and measure, get those clips ordered here in the next week or two, and just finish this thing up. I mean, let's get this thing really ready. We're gonna let it dry off. I'm gonna clean the windshield inside and out, and we'll see how this show goes. All right, she's not looking too bad. Let me check that thing out. That's cool. Alrighty, we're about to go. We're about to get cruising this thing. Let's see how it goes. We almost went to our first like car show, which, I mean, we've been to a couple before, but real low key. This is supposed to be pretty decent sized from my understanding. So we gotta throw a couple stickers on it. I mean, come on. So we'll throw one, you know, right about there, there. Probably down here. Do it on both sides. I try to hand out these stickers to people that are interested in what we're doing over here when we're at shows like this. I got a handful in the car too to hand out, but we're gonna throw that down here. I think it's hard to place these stickers on this hill because, well, we're crooked. There we go. One down, one to go. Gonna be on the highway for the first time in, I don't know, 50 years, maybe more. We'll probably just go about 55, maybe 60. The speed limit's 65, so don't worry about getting pulled over for speeding today. And we're just going one exit. It's like 2 miles. Just kidding, we're going 65. All right, we just had our 2-mile excursion on the highway. Temperature's sitting right where you expect it to be, right about, I don't know, 170. Car felt good. Maybe a slight vibration. Not quite sure what it is. Probably just the tires, I hope, but I don't know, maybe it won't be that lucky. This is not like a classic car meet that we're pulling up to. This is you know, dare I say, Honda Civic car meet, so we should stick out pretty good. Which isn't always my favorite, but I don't know. I just want to take this thing out. I mean, how can you not want to take this thing out? Oh, there's some car. Yeah, a lot of Mustangs here. New Mustangs, I should say. Everyone's up here polishing their wheels and tires. Where are we gonna slap this big old thing? The tough thing is I don't got mirrors, so I can't really back it in. It's kind of a pain to back in. Let's go over here. Well guys, we did it. How exciting was that? I don't know if it was exciting for you as it was for me, but we took the highway there, just there, we didn't take it back. You know, like 2 miles, whatever, but still on the highway. And yeah, we took a car show. It stuck out like a sore thumb. Sore thumb. You know, in a good way, maybe, in a bad way, I don't know. I was getting mixed reviews from the Mustang crowd. But anyways, we got a gas tank that does not leak. That is like the final, you know, thing that needed done before we could really put miles on this car. So we're gonna go ahead and probably end this one short. You know, just gas tank woes. Nice, quick, little, easy video. Shouldn't be too crazy long. Just get it out there, show the real problems that we have with these cars. And from what I talked about, that O-ring is probably right. I was just struggling with it. So if you're struggling with it, maybe go find a smaller O-ring that fits on the inside and get some of that Permatex 85, 420, whatever it was. It seems to do well. It's been over 24 hours. The tank is still holding all the fuel. No drips, nothing like that. It's good to go. Let's hope it stays that way and we can put miles on this car and just enjoy it. What cars are meant to be. They're meant to be enjoyed. They're meant to be driven. Appreciate you guys watching, and remember, it might take 2 years to get your car barely running and driving, but here we are. All right, we'll see you next time.